This video will be going over the option chain for the Webull Mobile App and the various settings or preferences you can use and set up. Of course, to get to the option chain, you need to be on a stock, and you can find the option tab between chart and news. Inside of the option chain, you'll have a bunch of rows listing the available expiration dates according to your settings for the respective stock, which in this case is DocuSign. They can be expanded or minimized as needed. At the bottom right, you can configure your option list settings. The first one is how many strikes you want to have visible. These are always going to be split in half, as in half out of the money and half in the money. So for the example of 6, there will be 3 strikes above and 3 strikes below the stock price. You can also select what type of expiration dates you want to have available. Regular displays each monthly option, weekly is every week, and of course quarterly is every 4 months. But be mindful that not all stocks have weekly and quarterly options. So just because the setting is checked doesn't mean a specific expiration date is available. For deliverables, we have standard and non-standard. Non-standard is used when a stock is undergoing a split or a reverse split or any other type of share adjustment. You can also set up the list style. List view will display all the information for a specific strike in a table-like view, whereas straddle view will display all the available information in a single row, and you'll have to scroll to see all the available columns. You can also change how you like to sort your strikes in the list. Ascending will have the lowest strike at the top, whereas descending will have the highest price strike at the top. We also can configure what columns are available. In list view, everything is set up like a table, and you can long press to add or move these around. Whereas with being in the straddle view, you hit the I to turn visibility on or off, and you can use the 3 tabs to drag to rearrange. If you want me to go over what all these different columns are, let me know in the comments, but that's it for the option list settings. There are 2 additional filters at the bottom. The first one is for selecting the strategy. I have an ongoing playlist that goes over how you trade each of these, but you can also tap on the information button to get a brief description of how the specific strategy works. The other filter is just if you want to display calls, puts, or both. Normally, you'll adjust this based on what strategy you're using. Once you select a strike, you can view the bid-ask spread for the option premium as well as the current underlying stock price. You can also use this bar to minimize or display the chart for the option premium as well as the underlying stock. And inside of these charts, you can change the time period for each of them respectively. For the order form, it defaults to the settings that make sense with your selected strategy, but of course you can still adjust if you want to buy or sell the options, or send a limit order or market order, set the limit price, as well as how many contracts or how long the order is valid. At the top right, you can configure your trading account settings, and this is global, and you can set whether you want to default to limit orders or market orders. Lastly, at the top, we have the Analyze button. Here, you can view a breakdown of your selected option and view the risk profile, as well as adjust any of the various option contract parts, such as the strategy, the strike price, the expiration date, to buy or to sell to open, as well as if you want it to be a call or a put. And all of these will change and update the risk profile in real time, which is really neat to play around with. That's it for today's video. As always, if you learned something or enjoyed this information, hit the like button or leave a comment. If you want to learn more, make sure you subscribe.